me, the circumstances, it was my last game ever at St George Stadium. I remember thinking before the game, I never told anyone, but I was thinking like the only way I'm going to come off tonight is if, you know, I get knocked out or I break a leg, you know. I knew there was a problem. A lot of the time, I always found that whenever you got hit in the head, the first thing you'd feel for was your teeth. Make sure your teeth are there. I mean, I wore a mouth guard, but you know, first thing, and then as I started to come good and talk, I could feel my jaw wasn't moving normally. It was just really stiff. So I was worried I'd broken my jaw, and I started sort of spitting and looking to see if there was blood in my mouth, because usually when you break your jaw, blood comes, and so there's no blood, and I'm, you know, I'm just starting to think, oh, you know, maybe it was just copped a knock, you know? And then I got up, and the hardest thing I found was trying to communicate with the boys. I couldn't really talk properly, and the game was in the balance, and I just felt powerless at times to try and communicate with someone. We've got to go here, we've got to do that. So I knew something, there was an issue, the fact I couldn't talk properly. And when it left the boot, look, it wasn't pretty. When it left the boot, I thought it was missing to the right, but it was like a golf slice. It just faded back in and around. If there was a box that looked like that inside the right hand upright, that's where it went through, yeah. Yeah, well, look, I wasn't giving up hope then. And I was probably blinded by the circumstances, and now, you know, looking back, the right decision was made, but here I am, you know, potentially a game away from the grand final. It's my last year. You know, I kept saying to myself, well, my legs are functioning, my arms are functioning, you know, I can still play a role out on the field. And, you know, when I came out of surgery, I instantly felt better, because my cheekbone obviously was put back into place where it should have been, and I remember the first thing I did was get food, you know, and I could eat, you know, I could bite into a sandwich and it didn't hurt. So that was an instant relief. So without looking in the mirror, I felt normal again, you know. And then it wasn't until later in the week when I started, you know, the scars started to get itchy from healing up, and the little butterfly clips were there, and I started to pick at them a lot. Because I felt, well, you know, if by the day the game comes around, I've got my bruising's healed up and all my butterfly clips are off, and then I'll be back to normal. But wasn't to be. You know, and I always reminded myself that I'd had a good career, you know, and I probably finished at Suncorp Stadium as a Bronco in pretty memorable fashion. So I don't have any regrets. I think Andrew G said that to me. He said, look, mate, if that play or that moment happens to be the last time, your last act in a Broncos jersey, it's a pretty special one. And I agree.